Hello. Today, we are going to be talking about the quality assurance anywhere, focusing on the defense industry. All right, so as you can see in the screen, we split it into two. On the left, we have searching for information, and on the right, we have adding information. Now, within quality assurance anywhere, we search using basically safe searches on the left, as you can see right now. Now, these searches can be configured to be as general as or as wide as you like. And then on the right side, with adding information, we work with something called safe profiles. And the safe profiles are a structure from, if you will, for us to, prompt the right information to index a document and take all that kind of key metadata that you need when a user upload a document. We can also see these safe profiles, we can call them folders as well. As you can see, we have several folders. This can be a incident management, other management folder, risk management folder, and so forth. In order to upload a document, simply we can click on for example, I want to upload something about incident management, right? I can click on it and I'll be choosing which form I'm going to be posting from my laptop. And once it's done, the document upload will be go on the left side, which is a search profile under incident management. Now let's go one up to our existing search profiles. Let's go with escape compliance document, for example. Right? Once you click on it, as you can see, we uploaded one document. We have this document called escape compliance document. So when you click on it, we can go in more in detail. And we can also see the document on the right side after it's downloading. It's almost, here we go. So as you can see on the right, we can see the whole document in a PDF form. Scroll down a little bit. Here we go. And on the left side, we have the document information, such as we can see the document title, and we can also see the system properties. Under that, we can see who created this specific document, when is it created. We can also see the document ID, and ingested through, that means it's ingested through that safe profile, like on the right side, we call them folder. So it ingested through the SQL compliance document folder. Again, last updated by this person, and you can see the last update and so on. Also, you can also see the attachments and versions as well. In order to see the attachments and versions for this document, that is on the bottom left here. As you can see, we have the one version of it, so you can also see the one. And if you want to see a little bit more detail, you can either add a new version from here, and you can either download this, delete this, and if you want to see information, you can click on the file info. As you can see, it's version 1 with the file ID. We can see where it's ingested, who ingested it, and so on. All right, so we are in the compliance project management. The first thing you'll see is all the tasks that are assigned to me. Under that, these are all the active ones, as you can see right here, all the active tasks that are assigned to me with their status, their task name, steps, if there is any, their project name, last activity, their due dates, created on, their priority levels, the messages, and lastly, their owners. The owners are who created this specific task. If you want to see the completed ones, we can simply switch to completed, and you'll see all your completed tasks that are assigned to me. All right, so once we click on a specific task, for example, let's go with escape compliance document, right? As you can see, this is a task created by 8 days ago, and you can see all your participants and their decisions. As you can see, they're all pending. You also have a progress, if you from your end. So I log in as my user and I progress, let's just say 20% today. So I can simply say update, and as you can see, progress updated successfully. And on the bottom right, you can see the person who's updated the task progress to 20%. So whatever you make inside the task, you can see it under activities. So let's choose a different task. Let's go with, for example, ISO 9001, document review by department, okay? So as you can see, 13% of this task has been completed. And again, if you want to do adjust the progress, I can adjust my progress by dragging here. Let's do 20% again. As you can see, I can do that. Or I can make a decision. As you can see, if it's completed, I can say completed and click on update, and my end will be completed. So right now it show pending. If I hit on complete, it will show complete. Again, I was talking about activities. So under activities, you can see every detail under the activities. So as you can see the text progress, we can write messages to other participants, and so forth. We can also add attachment through here as well. As you can see, we have auto train PDF document. So as you can see, once we click on it, we can see the document in more detail, as you can see right here. We can attach as many files or documents as we want. We can attach them by the URL or files from inside the system, or we can attach it through our local computer. All right, so this is how we can review all the tasks that assigned to me. We can also manage all the tasks managed by me. So it's the same concept. You can see our status, task name, and so forth, right? So let's go click on one example one, for example. For example, let's click on this one. Again, this is a simple task. It's we're creating a user and roles for your department. So this one with steps, as you can see, we have 3 steps with all their participants and their decision. As you can see, one of them are completed and all the other 2 is pending. On the right, we have all the activities that we can see the history. And this is the first step. When all these participants shows completed, this task will automatically be moved to the step 2. And it's the same concept. Everyone will need to make their decision complete and they will go to step 3. So this is how we arrange steps inside the task. All right. So these are all the tasks managed by me. If you want to add a brand new task, right? So we have that on the top right. We can create new tasks or new projects, right? So actually, let's talk about the new project first. So if you want to create a brand new project, we can do that through here as well. In order to do that, we're going to be hitting on the new project button. Then we're going to have to hit the project name, project description. We're going to put the due date of the project, and we can also select the second in charge for the project as well, that person. After that's all done, filled, we can create the project through here. If you want to create a simple task, we can do that here as well by clicking on a new task. We're gonna have to put the task name, task description, and the project. So inside the system, we have 2 ways to create a task. We can either create a task individually, which I'm doing right now, or we can create a task connected to a specific project. If you want to connect to a specific project, we can do that through here by choosing the specific project. Then again, task name, description, the message, and once we all done, once we create, that specific project will be connected to this specific project that we chose. All right. You can also here, you can click choose participants. We can hit on invite participants and we can choose all the people who's going to be in this task. We can also add watchers as well. So what's watchers? Watchers are the people, I should say, they are not hands-on in the project, but they are like managing, right? Like viewers. So this can be a project manager or supervisor, admin, and so forth. So those are the watchers. Again, we have the option to add attachments, and we can also manage decisions here. So I can add many decisions as I want. So I can complete, I can say add a decision called approve. As you can say, I have 2, or reject it, I can say. So this is the way we can add or manage edit decisions. On the right, we can select the due date for this task. We can also adjust priority. We have highest, medium, low, or lowest. We can also choose a second in charge person for this task, and so forth. We can also create steps through here as well by clicking on steps, then step name, step description, and due date of that current step. We can also create task forms inside a task as well. In order to do that, we can hit on the task form. We can choose which task form are we going to be choosing. For example, we have the universal customer complaint form, we have the corrective action report, we have the ISO 9001 training record management, risk management, and so forth. So for example, let's go with the universal customer complaint form, right? In order to do that, we can put the customer, then the complaint. I'm just gonna say like test, and we can do the complaint date right? We can choose the date of the complaint. Then we can choose the location. I'm just gonna say this location is a New York branch. Then the complaint category, is it a product issue or a shipping delay, right? Let's go to product issue. Or now we can do complaint detail. We can describe the the task itself, or we can describe the complaint, the detail, and the product of the complaint. For this example, we just use XYZ product, and the root cause, right? So we can enter the root cause, the finish date, follow-up description, and lastly, we can do the follow-up action, right? And this is one way to do a random universal custom complaint form in a task environment. Uh, We also have a couple more task form as well. This was universal customer complaint form. We also have the risk management form, right? Again, under risk management, we can add the field code, field name, title node, entry type, field type, condition appearance, and their status. Let's go two more. We can always do with the industrial freezer checking form, for example, right? We can enter the document name of that form. We can enter the date, the time, the location, the apartment, humidity. We can put the freezer ID number with the freezer temperature, and lastly, we can put signature. For this, I'll just put my name as my signature. Then, if everything is done, we can hit create, and that will update our task form associated with the task name, or if there is any projects. All right, so this is how we can create the forms inside the task. Once we all done, we can hit create, and that will create our brand new task connected to a project, or creating a task, individual task. If you want to see all our projects in one, we can do that as well. In order to do that, we have the top left under projects. As you can see, once we click on that, we can see all our projects. So let's just say, let's go once, example one. Let's go with this one, for example, industrial freezer checking, right? Under here, you can see um, the daily, weekly, or monthly views. So this is day, we can see weekly or monthly. Let's go back to day. As you can see, under here, we created 8 tasks for 8 shifts. As you can see, let's make this a little bit in order. Here we go. So we have shift 3, shift 2, shift 4, shift 6, 5, 8, and 7. So we created 8 shifts for 8 tasks. So let's go to, actually, I'm gonna hit complete one, and here we go. The shift 1 came up as well. So let's click on shift 1. As you can see, shift 1 is already completed, under this project. And as you can see, name of the task is shift 1, and only participant is currently me, and I make a decision as a complete. And we can also add form 0 as well. Below that, we connected a form for this specific task. So under this form, you can see the document title, date, time, location, the freezer ID number, and lastly, my signature as well. So when I click on save, that task will automatically be complete. So we can do the same thing for shift 2, for example. Let's click on shift 2. And again, you can see the name of the task, when it's created, and it's owned by me again. And below that, I can see all the participants, and I can make a decision, right? Is it complete or not for me, right? And below that, we have the form details, right? I'm gonna have to complete this in order to finish this shift 2. So after inputting all this information, I can click on save, and that will update my shift to 0% to 100%, which is completed. So this is basically how we manage our task inside the specific project. All right, now let's go back to task assigned to me. And this is it. Thank you for listening.